a lot of people ask me, why Yvonne? Why should I use ActiveCampaign? And to be honest, I think it's a really legit question. And I'll tell you my story. I started my entrepreneurship quite a few years ago, and I started with MailChimp. Why? Because it was free. I didn't have to pay. I didn't have any money generated from my company, so I needed to look for what could I use without spending too much money. So I ended up with MailChimp. And it was perfectly fine for me at that time because I didn't send too much emails, I didn't have a large list, and I wasn't doing that much marketing. But you know, while you grow and you continue, you learn more, and then I learned more about marketing, I learned more about software, I learned more about all the possibilities there are to be online, and someday ActiveCampaign came to the market, and there was a real buzz going on about ActiveCampaign. Everybody was so enthusiastic about it, and this was it. It was the program, the software to use. And at that time, I didn't feel like it because you had to pay, and I didn't think it was worthwhile my investment, so I just skipped it for a while. But I also was looking for something else that could help me grow my business and help me grow my marketing. So eventually I did check out ActiveCampaign. And boy, oh boy, it was love at first sight. I can tell you it's a brilliant program if you ask me. Why do I think that? Well, ActiveCampaign, it makes everything possible. You can do so much with ActiveCampaign. You can build your complete processes from your company into ActiveCampaign. Make sure everything you do, usually you were doing manually, you can do it now automated, and you can build almost anything. So I really loved it. So I started using it more and more. Then people were asking me to help them use ActiveCampaign. So I got the chance to work for many, many entrepreneurs and help them build their processes in ActiveCampaign. And then I get the question, Yvonne, when you automate all the processes, doesn't it make it less personal? I don't want my marketing to be unpersonal. I want to be in contact with my leads, my clients, my contacts. And I understand, sure, you want to do that. But the beauty of ActiveCampaign is that you can. Even when you automate the processes, you still can be very, very personal. Why? Because ActiveCampaign has custom fields. That means you can create fields in which you store information you know about that specific contact. And let's say you own a pet shop and you know your customers have 2 dogs and you want those, so you know they have dogs, so you don't need them to send an advertisement about cat food, because they won't buy it. And you know that because you know they have dogs. But you also know the dogs' names. You know they're Black and Jackie, whatever. You fill that in a field, and then when you send an email, you can use that information to put it in your email. So you send an email, hey dear contact, please learn, I have a new type of food for dogs, and I'm sure Blackie and Jackie will like it, so please check it out. When I receive an email like that with the names of my dogs in it, it's very personal. So even though it's automated, I still can make it very, very personal. Besides that, it's also ActiveCampaign is also a CRM system. That means that I can build my customer journey, a pipeline into ActiveCampaign and see in what stage of my pipeline each contact is. So if I think I need to call my prospects to see if I can convert them into customers, all I have to do is go to my CRM system, look who is in a specific stage. So I only want to call my warm leads. I don't want to call cold prospecting. I don't want to do that because it takes a lot of energy and it doesn't lead up to that much conversion. So I know, because I can measure that, how active a contact is and how warm a contact is. So I only have to call those leads or prospects that are warm. It saves me a ton of time because I don't have to phone 100 people, but only the top 20 of the people who are warm. And if they're not that warm, I can automate an email sequence to get them much warmer and eventually call them when they're hot or at least warm. So it saves me a lot of time. I know I'm only calling those people who are really interested in what I have to offer, and my chances of converting them into a client, into a customer, is much higher. This is one of the many benefits ActiveCampaign has, and as I said, I had the privilege of helping a lot of entrepreneurs install ActiveCampaign and build funnels in ActiveCampaign. And every time I get the response, I should have done this way earlier. I shouldn't have struggled that much so long with MailChimp or whatever email service provider they're using. They really are very happy using ActiveCampaign, and that makes my job so much more fun, knowing I can really help you improve your business, getting all the processes automated. Automation means you get time on your hands to do other jobs or other things you need to do to generate more revenue. So that's what I really like about ActiveCampaign. So are you interested in using ActiveCampaign? Please don't hesitate. Send me an email to support@Yvonne Ruckert, like my name here above me, .nl, and I'll contact you to make an appointment, and we'll talk about what ActiveCampaign can do for your company. Love to hear from you.